Hey, what is up, drummers, musicians, music enthusiasts of YouTube? This video, I guess, is part of my Drum Teacher Rants series. Things I learned at jazz school, epic times I've failed, funny gig stories, whatever you want to call it. Of all of that sort of serious, I juggle around a lot on the channel, obviously, but these videos tend to be a bit more serious, a bit more sort of from the heart, experiences and things I've learnt that not only want to share, but want to kind of talk about, create a bit of a dialogue and get people commenting and get your feedback and opinions on this type of stuff. This one might be the most important, maybe the most impactful, actionable for people to sort of use straight away. Okay, so where can I start with this? So I've always been a bit of a goal setter. So I think I'm going to title this video something like The Myth of Goal Setting, or The Big Lie of Goal Setting, or something like that, to get your attention, to get you watching. But fact is, I've always been a goal setter. I've always been, I'm going to put these glasses back on, it's a bit bright. I've always been a goal setter. I've always been, not always, probably for the last 2 decades. Realized that, to achieve anything, the old thing, if you want what 5% of people have, you've got to do what 95% of people are unwilling to do. And then you could keep going with that. If you want what 1% of people have, you're going to have to be willing to do what 99% of people do not want to do. And I'm a big fan of all that stuff. Positive thinking, goal setting. I've done it for decades and it's worked. It has worked. Everything I've sort of planned and written down has sort of happened to some degree or another. I think where I've been wrong in the past, and I think something that's really surprised me, is the reality of that goal setting equation. Let's say, there's so many thoughts for this. Let's say you have this big goal and you're going to think of it long term, and you're really going to put in the groundwork to achieve this goal. I don't know. It could be something like buy a house, or be the certain level drummer who's getting hired by these type of musicians, and you've got this great career, or who knows, whatever the goal is. No judgment there. Whatever your goal is your goal. But let's say it's a long-term thing, and it could take 5 years, 10 years, 20 years to get there, however long. Now, the tricky bit is you could get to that point, and that original goal that you had all this time ago, and before all this development you made to get to this goal, you might not actually have that as a goal anymore. But because you built it up to be something in your head, you still sort of blindly pursue it. Think about being a rock star. I don't know if anyone these days wants to be a rock star, or if a rock star is even a thing, but that could possibly be a good one. Okay, I want to be an international rock star. Nothing wrong with that. you can, I'm not here to judge what the goal is. I'm just thinking, so if you had that goal, let's say you were 13, you're like, right, by the time I'm 20, 25, I'm going to be an international rock star. You might get to 20 or 25 and be like, I don't think I want to do that. In fact, I'm not even sure that exists anymore. So I guess what I'm saying is goal setting's great. The scary thing for me with goal setting is it actually works, provided you take action and you write it down. I've done separate videos on this, and I've actually, as part of the interviews I've done on my podcast, talked to various people, Benny Greb, and so on, about writing things down, because writing things down is magic. Anyway, leave it for another video. Provided you do the right steps, it will happen. But what can happen is if you don't just work in good faith, if everything's because of a goal, and that's just the focus, and that's how everything is structured, and how everything's going to work, just blinkers on, you're going for this goal. If you can't look right and you can't look left, you are going to miss opportunities along the way to your goal. And in fact, you might actually miss better opportunities that might lead to something else instead of the goal. I don't want to give too many specific examples here, because I've done so many videos about failing auditions, about things I went through at jazz school, about my drumming career post jazz school, so you can check out those playlists for specific stories and anecdotes and experiences, failures, wins. But that has been a really, really surprising thing for me, and it's kind of blown apart the whole goal setting thing. Certainly if you think, so I've got this massive monster goal. Once I achieve that, I'm going to be happy. Doesn't work like that. Or once I achieve this, I've made it, I'm done. Doesn't work like that. You have to keep your eyes and ears open. Just take action with good intent, and good things will happen, I promise. Anyway, I'm going to have to go. Take it easy. Keep chopping wood.